Hi. All right. Appreciate you guys, man. I'm gonna make this quick. I'm not gonna be here long. Gotta load up on my nighttime vitamins. Um, all right. Welcome to this thing, man. 98.3 dotCOMFM. Doing it for the brand. Whenever I go and I come under the 98.3 dotCOM, I gotta do it for the brand. And do it for the brand means shut the fuck up, man. And so what I mean by that is various platforms, and the brand is what I do. Child support, custody, divorce. So I want to talk about something tonight, and I want to talk about something that that people may not believe. Fathers don't believe, and it's the one thing that it was kind of one of my landmark discoveries as I did this thing over here, and how I help individuals get victories when they go to court when it comes to visitation. If it's one thing that I will always tell a man, and I will always tell a man that chooses to want to go the peaceful route, whether it be divorce or just visitation or whatever, get a restraining order. Beat that woman to it. It's part of the game. Play the game too. I'll do a separate video on that. But tonight, I want to talk about family law. What's going on, Deshaun? What's going on, homie, man? Tonight, I want to talk about family law and the lack thereof. So, actually, when I say family law, you should say what law? People, if you can find an attorney, if you can find anywhere in our laws that says the woman should have the child, you just taught me something. And the reason why you just taught me something, because family law doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's all these technicalities based on who's the bad person. Does he have warrants? Did he commit a crime? Is he doing drugs? All these things. They got to add these in there to tilt the scale. But there's no family law that exists. When you go to court, as I did, and they first tell you you're getting supervised visitation or you're getting 5 hours, 3 hours a day, ask why. Because family law does not exist. If you are in court, like they say, for the best interest of the child, then you need to constantly remind them of that. Now, what am I saying when I say you need to constantly remind them of that? You may not be good at that. But what I mean when I say you need to constantly remind them of that is you need to constantly remind them of that, because that will get lost somewhere about 2.5 to 3, possibly 3 minutes and 5 seconds after you swear in. After you swear in, it's going to have nothing to do with visitation. It's going to have nothing to do with custody. It's going to be who can slang the most dirt. Nobody slings dirt better than a woman. Nobody believes in dirt more than a woman believes in dirt. And if you say, shoot, the guy that I dated you got a one-off, baby. You got a one-off. You know, because studies show that women are the number one initiators and the aggressors of domestic abuse. So stop. You're emotional, and that's the reason why. I keep telling individuals, well, testosterone and estrogen is different. I keep telling individuals that, and it's like, no, this is where all this stuff lives, all right? I'm getting sidetracked. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Come on, stop fucking with me. Stop being up fucking with me here. So family law. So let me take you through a situation. You go to court. You get a letter to come to court. They tell you to come down to court, and you get in there and you swear in. And swearing, this is the matter, Smith versus Bradley, in the matter of the minor child. That's all going to be normal, and then everything is going to change after that. Everything is going to change after that. Exactly. Deshaun says, and yet they say men and women are equal. Yeah, right. No, we're not equal. We're not equal. We're not. We are people. Our lives are as equally important, but we are not equal. We are not equal. And I'm being nice when I say equally as important. I'm being nice. Really, we're not equal. If you and your wife went shopping, excuse me, and there was one bag full of potatoes and another bag full of bread and donuts, which one do you think she's going to take? And then going to look at you up if you decide to take the bread and the whatchamacallit. She's going to look at you like, what the hell is wrong with you? She's going to. All right, let's be clear. So we are not the same. No way, shape, form, or fashion. We are not the same. All right. So hold up. So you get a letter to go to court, and you go and you get sworn, and then everything after that is going to change. And I mean everything after that is going to change. All right. I'm sorry. I like to wash my stuff after I use it. What's going on, firstborn, homie, man? All right. So you go to court and you swear in. After that, everything now is a fest. And I mean everything. Everything after that is a fest. And the reason why it has to be a fest is because the judge can't sit down there and drum up content. This is what y'all gotta understand. Why they need women to act ratchet. They need women to just be women. And a woman is gonna go in there and she's gonna, the second you guys swear in, the woman is now going to go into woman mode. She's gonna start with the dirt. in the courts, they actually make dirt part of the process because there is no process. The judge cannot, and I mean cannot, and doesn't have the legal right to say you should get weekends. They don't. But when your child's mom come in there and say he smokes weed, he does all these things, and throw all this nonsense up in the mix and do all this, now the judge can say, oh, well, she informed us, or it is her testimony, etc., etc. Because there is no law in family law. There isn't none. Don't be confused. Don't let them tell you you have to get a home study done and do it and do all this stuff. It's not the law. It's not the law. It's not the law. So when the woman goes into court and she feeds the judge all this negative information, now the judge got something to go on. And the reason why a lot of men go to court and lose is because a lot of women, we don't do what women do. We have mercy. We don't do like the black widow spider kills the individual after they have sex. We don't do that. By nature, not having logic makes you an easy killer. As they say, killers disconnect themselves from logic. They disconnect themselves from morals, having morals. They disconnect themselves from understanding. That's how you need to become a killer. All right. So when you go to court and women, the unfortunate thing is the reason why they win is because men don't call me up, don't prepare themselves to, number one, shut that nonsense down. I want to be clear when I say what I'm about to say. If Shaquita comes to court and say he steals cars, and you say, no, I don't, Your Honor, you just agreed with that woman saying you steal cars. I want to be clear. I want to make sure y'all heard. I want to make sure I'm clear on what I just said. All right, I'm going to be clear on what I just said. When you're in court and that woman says, you steal cars and you rob banks, saying, no, I don't, Your Honor, you just admitted to what that woman said was correct. No, I don't, Your Honor, is not the legal terminology. I'm going to help y'all understand something. The judge in the court system is not and will not teach you how to speak when you go to court. They won't. I don't blame them. I don't. I'm not going to say I do. I educated myself, and what I'm selling is education. And what I'm tired of seeing is winging it. What I'm tired of seeing is fathers that are ill prepared. And the one thing I hate more than anything is fathers that still give their ex-wife or their child's mom any type of moral respect. It just kills me. You got to go to court and act just like them. They don't respect you. They ain't thinking nothing about you. They want to leave court with a victory. So when you're in court and a woman says he steals cars and he sells dope, I object is what you're supposed to say. Not no, I don't. When you object, that stops the court proceedings. Then the judge rules on your objection, sustained or overruled. When you object, this is court, people. You got to play the game like they play the game in court. You can't play basketball on ice with a goalie and hockey pucks. You must play the game in the arena in which you're in. Let me continue. He steals cars. He's a bum whore. Blah, 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 blah. I object, Your Honor. On what grounds? Your Honor, I would like to see proof of this. Other than that, that's hearsay. Sustain. Shaquita, if you're going to say the man does this, we need proof. That's how that works. That's how it works. So let me tell you what happens when you do it the way you do it. He steals cars and he sells dope. No, I don't. The judge, 15 minutes later, the judge say, I heard enough. Mr. Smith, Ms. Bradley came in here and said all that I need to hear. I believe what that woman said. Your Honor. Don't work in court neither. And then what happens is that you want to fight it, and then you're going to appeal it, and you're going to appeal it in federal court. And what's going to happen when you appeal it in federal court? The federal court going to read the transcripts, and the judge is going to say, or tell the federal court, I gave the mother custody because she said all this stuff about him. He didn't object to it. And then you're going to tell their federal court, I said, They don't recognize as court protocol. They don't recognize You have to say, I object, Your Honor. And the judge is going to say, under what grounds? Your Honor, she's lying. Furthermore, that's hearsay. Your Honor, I would ask that you ask this woman to submit proof. Do you have proof of this, Shaquita? Sustain. Sustain means your objection to her testimony is valid. She needs to stop. Or when a judge say overrule, I'm going to overrule your objection and I'm going to allow her to keep talking. But either way, if it's not in the record that you object, you will lose. You will lose. People, that's how that works. Understanding court protocol, understanding court procedure is how you put a chokehold on the judge. This is what I speak about. This is what I'm talking about over here on 98.3 dotCOMFM, National Fathers League, League of Dads Talk Radio. This is what I do. I help you guys understand so you can win and be grand. This is what I like to do. All right. So, understanding court procedure and understanding why you lose when you go to court and appreciate that. Appreciate that, Lee. As I was saying, once again, the women, they come to court and they provide content. And if you think what I'm saying is some side talk, or I'm just some unlogical individual that don't know what I'm talking about, when was the last time you heard a judge say, all right, in this custody order, Shaquita, I'm going to give you the maximum of time allotted by law? When was the last time you heard that? When was the last time you ever heard a judge say, all right, let the father stand. Let the father stand. Mr. Smith, I don't see how she laid on her back and had a child with you. You are a disgrace to the Section 8 sauce distribution perspective. You are a disgrace. And for that, I'm going to sentence you to weekends. When was the last time you heard that? Anybody? When was the last time you heard that? I tell you why you never heard that and why you never will. Because then that would mean what the judge is saying is his ruling in the matter of custody, he's going by a law. And the reason why he never says that, because there is no law. There is no law, people. It's all in your mind. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. There is no law governing custody. There is none. Once again, if you find one, you'll be teaching me something. Because I'm here to tell you, they don't exist. Now, why do 5 men go to court and all 5 of them come up with the same perspective? Why? Because, excuse me, what you all got to understand is, excuse me a second, I got to wake this woman up. Hey, are you up? A little more time. Like what? Like, what are we talking about? 8 minutes? Like an hour? Are you sure of this? Okay, I'll call you in 57 minutes. Chris out. All right. Okay. All right. One of the things that you fathers need to do, and fathers need to understand, and then I'm gonna say this and segue into what I was going to say with the 5 individuals lose. That's why I was thinking I had to put this before that. That's where my mind, I didn't get lost. I thought that I needed to say this first. If you men can understand one thing, and that is, you'll never see a polar bear walking across the Serengeti. And the reason why you'll never see a polar bear walking across the Serengeti is because that's just too much fur. Just it. A polar bear is not meant to be in a Serengeti. Too much fur. A polar bear will stay in his grounds. Lots of cold, fur adequate. A lot of fathers don't understand. Courts give women the platform to act the way they do. It's a platform afforded to them by the courts. It's profitable, both for the courts and for women. They work as a unit. And you're under the impression that, because you don't see what's going on, your third eye, you got it covered. But I'm glad you're here. And I said something earlier. What I said was, and I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. What I said was, one of the things that make me sick is when I see a man afford a woman, his ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, baby mama, whatever. It just kills me when he affords them the respect, because she ain't doing that for him. I need y'all to follow me. Appreciate those thumbs up. Stop fucking with me. Stop being a fucking with me here. The reason why the bear walks across the Serengeti, because that's not his platform. The reason why you'll always see a woman and rush to go to court, or you'll see a woman immediately want to take an issue into family court, as opposed to the god-awful thing that they do in the community you guys call black. They, what is that they want to do there? What is that they want to do? Oh, yeah, they all want to just give it to God, and they all want to talk to the pastor about their problem. But for some strange reason, domestic relations get more business in the community you guys call black than the court system. I'm sorry, domestic relations get more business about family matters than the church. So what the fuck are churches for? What are they for? I'll get back to that on Sunday. Let me write that down. What are churches for? But here's the perspective that I'm trying to get you guys to understand tonight. The reason why women run down to court is because courts is a woman's playground. It's where emotions live. It's a platform for emotions. Excuse me. It's the one place that a woman can come to and be a woman. You didn't see that coming, did you? The courts is the one place a woman can go to and be a woman. What do I mean when I say that? Boy, I'm glad you asked. I got a live crowd tonight. I'm laughing at something else. Women are emotional, and courts know this. You ever notice something when you get paperwork to come to court? You get paperwork that says, you got to bring this, 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 and this. And it says, if you don't bring it, you'll go to jail. A warrant could be issued. And those words are in bold. Well, let me ask you a question. What's the likely chance of you not bringing those items, versus a woman coming to court making a mockery of the courtroom? And what I mean by making a mockery of a courtroom, I'm just getting a chain of event things going on. Making a mockery of the courtroom is just simply don't respect it at all. Over talking you, not speaking when been told to speak. Being truthful. We swear in when we go. What's the chance? What's the chances of you not bringing your stuff versus that? How come they don't say, when coming to court, please bring nothing but the facts? Where are those disclaimers? When coming to court, please do not make a mockery of the courtroom. Where are those disclaimers? As a matter of fact, one time I went to court and I told the judge, I said, you allow this woman to come and make a mockery of the courtroom. I don't do that. I respect this court. And for that, I'm getting nothing. Judge snapped his head and looked at me, told me, get out of his courtroom. That was his way of, and then called me back in. That was his way of setting a tolerance. He couldn't say, stop, you're lying. When I came back in there, I continued to tell him about the court system. I told him, ain't a person in this building smarter than me. when it comes to law. Challenge me. I got individuals under my belt. Challenge me. Understand that though. They allow a woman to have a platform, and where you men fail at, you don't make it unattractive for those individuals to want to come to court. Why do I speak like I do about one Atia LaShawn Bradley? Because Atia LaShawn Bradley don't want to see me in court. She don't. She don't. She don't. Atia Bradley did things that put her psychological stability in question. I can say that. Why? Because they're nothing but the truth. Atia LaShawn Bradley came to court and threw a tantrum. Atia LaShawn Bradley, a mother, came to court, and when they told one Atia LaShawn Bradley how much her child support going to be, Atia LaShawn Bradley said, I don't want to have nothing to do with this child. I'm a black woman. We want more money for our children. Now, of course, she didn't say that, but what she did do spoke more than words. She walked out of the courtroom and said, I don't want anything to do with this. This is what she did, December 6th, 2006. I remember the date. Boy, it's being me. All Atia Bradley did when we was in a relationship was beat on me. No, I don't have to say allegedly. These are facts. See, I spit facts. I spit facts. And because I spit facts, you can't sue me for slander. I speak facts. Atia LaShawn Bradley gave up her child because the child support amount wasn't to her liking. Atia LaShawn Bradley gave up child support, gave up her child because when they told Atia LaShawn Bradley, the woman I had a baby with, the only Atia LaShawn Bradley I know, I want to be clear about that. Because I don't want her to say it. I don't want her to tell her friend, girl, he talking about you. He probably know 4 other Atia LaShawn Bradleys. No, I only know one. I want to be clear. And I do this because I help men understand. Grab your fucking balls from the back. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, big pimpin'. Grab your motherfucking balls from the back. Grab them from the back and stop playing. All right? And make it unattractive for these individuals who want to run and go to court and play that dumb court game. Atia Bradley don't want to play a game, no court game with me. She don't want to take me in front of a judge because you know what I'm going to do? When I get the letter to come to court, I'm going to go see Judge Eco Beco. I'm going to let Judge Eco Beco know. You might want to check with Judge Glenn Grant. You want to check with Judge James Triano. You might want to check with Judge Joseph Isabella. Don't play that gangster crap with me. All right? You work for me. You don't work for her. You don't work for women. You don't do that. You work for me. If she say anything to you, what you better do, I'm not, and this is what I told the judge. Here's what you better do. I'm not going to be nice to nobody working for me. The judge works for me. I ain't going in there under no alleged killing 5 people. How do you plead? Not guilty. No, I'm going in there as a father. You will respect me as such. So, if you invite me to come to court, please give these idiots my resume. I call judges idiots. Give them my resume. But the problem with a lot of you guys, you do not, and I mean you don't. You don't. You play this court game like it's a court game. It's not a court game. It's psychological warfare. That's what it is. Play the fucking game like they playing a game. Stop making it so attractive for these individuals to go to court. And y'all individuals that got women that got jobs and you don't work, and you got your own, you work your own business, boy, I don't know how y'all don't got custody. I took Atia LaShawn Bradley to court for every little thing. That's why she was mad. I kept running her back down to court. She was like, I'm working for the white man. I can't keep taking off from work. I don't want to have nothing to do with this no more. Stop making it. Stop making it comfortable. Stop making it so goddamn comfortable for these women to rout you in your anal cavity. Stop. Now, what I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. I appreciate that. RJ says, you're too smart. My man, I appreciate that. I talked about 5 individuals that went to court, right? Yeah. I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. I wrote this shit down, so I know I said it. All right. 5 individuals go to court for child support. Let's swing this. Let's get this a child support thing. 5 individuals go to court for child support. How many times have you ever heard somebody say the amazing thing about court, family court, is when you go for visitation, you're a bum. But then when you go for child support, you're a billionaire. How many times have y'all heard somebody else say that? So, 5, count them, 5 individuals go down to court for child support. And I'm gonna run the scenario back. You go down to court for child support, and they send you a letter. Mr. Smith, you're hereby ordered to come down here for child support. You need to bring all your paperwork. If you don't bring your paperwork, we can issue a warrant out for your arrest, and we can issue you a bench warrant. I want y'all to understand what I'm about to tell y'all. People, if you know somebody, if all you guys that know guys out there, you need to forward this to them. I'm about to drop some serious knowledge right now. All of y'all individuals, you do know that when you get a letter to come to court, you do know that that letter was sent to you by, or what they call those persons, secretaries. You do know that, right? Not the judge's secretary. I would have said, I heard what I said, not the judge's secretary. You do know that that letter you got sent came from Shaquita over at desk number 4, right? Now, we're talking about court, judgments, orders. These individuals, the executor of these actions are reserved for judges. But you individuals, you get a letter to come to court from Shaquita that is glad she's typing up the letter. She's still going through stuff with her baby daddy. What else can I throw in there? Her third baby daddy never brought her the other half of her rent money. Her second baby daddy never brought the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner like he said he was. Her first baby daddy didn't bring the Diet Kool-Aid like he said he was because she's trying to lose weight with her ass. That's Shaquita. Over there at desk number 4. And it says you need to bring all your paperwork. You need to bring all this stuff. You need to bring it. You need to bring it. You need to bring it. Hold on a second. Okay. So, Shaquita, over at desk number 4, mailed you a letter. And the letter says you need to bring a copy of your 3rd grade report card. You need to bring us a photo of the toilet tissue because we don't believe you wiped it. You need to bring your pay stubs, how long you've been working on the job, and you need to bring all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and by the way, if you don't bring it, we're going to throw you in jail, or if you don't even come, we're going to put a warrant for your arrest. But the judge didn't send you that letter. So you just gave Shaquita at desk number 4 the authority. Let me tell y'all what happened when they did me like that. They sent me a letter, and then I responded with, first of all, who are you talking to? I said, don't you ever send me a letter like this. If you send me something like this, then I need I need to be ordered to come to court by a judge. I don't do this thing. I'm knowledgeable in law. You're not going to do this. So you need to call me with a verification that, in fact, because I did it. I'm going to tell y'all what I did it under the grounds of. Checking the authenticity of the letter. So 5 guys go to court and they get letters. They all live within the jurisdiction, and 5 guys are scared like a little bitch, scared like a donkey whore, scared like a pig at a bacon plant, just scared. And I don't know why they're scared. So let me break something down to you. Let me help y'all marry the perspectives. Let me help y'all marry the narratives, because you don't believe what I'm saying. Because I'm just the dumb black guy on YouTube. Z7 is up in this, but I'm just the dumb black guy on YouTube, right? Okay. So answer me a question. If 5, count them 5, guys got letters to come to court and was threatened with all these things, what do they have subpoenas for? What you how many of y'all watched New York Undercover or any of these Law and Order? Anybody watch Law and Order? Anybody watch Law and Order? Let me tell you what I've seen when I watched, allow me to do my dance. Do the point. When I watched Law and Order, I see 2 detectives are going to the building and they'll ask us to the secretary, is your boss here? Yes, Mr. Wilson. Yes, how can I help you, gentlemen? You had a guy come here yesterday. He got surgery. What was his name? I can't tell you that. I can come back with a subpoena. So wait a minute. I'm on to something. So you mean to tell me when the detectives, the cops, for crying out loud, walk into that place and tell the guy we need some paperwork, you mean to tell me in order for the law to execute something from someone, they need a subpoena? And what exactly is a subpoena? A subpoena is a document signed by the judge saying that you need to apply us with these items. But yet you go to court all the time and you get a piece of paper and you oblige by the paper like a dumb. Let me just tell you why. Let me just tell you why. You're a dumb. You know somebody going through this, you might want to forward this video to them. Check this out. Amongst other things that I got over the holidays, I got this thing right here. I got this thing right here, and my woman brought it for me. And what this thing does is you put the paper in it, you put this vinyl paper in it, and it makes letters and stuff for you, right? Guess what this came with? Anybody? Came with instructions. And you may not believe this. You may not believe this. But the instructions were in both English and in Spanish. How many times have you went to an ATM and the ATM asked you, do you want the prompts to be in English or do you want the prompts to be in Spanish? Now, I'm telling you why y'all are all dumb. The guys that this happened to. All the guys that got a letter to go to court and went to court and took everything they had. I'm telling you why you are dumb. I'm telling you why I just hope for God they did not give you custody because you don't deserve it, so you're fucking dumb. But allow me to redeem myself. And when I finish, you're going to say, yeah, you're right, I was dumb. People, I got an iPhone. When I brought this iPhone, it came with instructions in English and in Spanish. Now, I just said if you abide by the court rules and everything, I said you was a dummy, right? Keep that in mind. You're a fucking dummy, like a big donkey dummy. I want to emphasize how dumb you are. All right. So I think I made my understanding clear about when you get something, instructions. I don't know if you caught that, but that's where I was going with it. So you get a letter. All right. This is a letter trying to get me to remortgage my house. So I can open it up and make it like this is y'all opening up y'all letter to come to court. All right. So, oh, sweat. Oh, man. I open the letter up. And as I stated, you see it says low interest rate. So that's what the letter. That's why I wasn't open because I get so many of them. So check this out. Let's just say this was a letter for me to come to court. I open the letter up, and something amazing happens when I get letters to go to court. This is what the amazing happens. I can look at this and see my name in response to COVID-19, economical uncertainty, fears, blah, 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 blah. But guess what happens if, in fact, this was a letter from court? This is how I would open the letter from court. It's no trick play. It's just real stuff. I would open up the letter, take the letter out, and guess what else I'm looking for? I would just look in the envelope and I would be like, where are the instructions? People, let's go back to Law and Order. How many times have you watched a Law and Order episode where they had somebody up there testifying? There's a car hit analysis person. And state your name for the court. I'm Dr. Shaboing Boing. Oh, no relation to Sammy Davis? No. Okay. Dr. Shaboing Boing, is it? Yeah. Could you tell us, does the injuries that the victim sustained were sustained from a car injury? Based on my expert testimony, this person looked like they got hit by a bat. Oh, well, it's normally when a person gets hit by a car, there's some skull damage and rib damage. Those are the two blah, blah, blah in a expert testimony, right? So I got a letter to come to court. They never asked me Did I finish high school? They never asked me what was my reading and comprehension level. They just sent me a letter. They didn't send a tutor to come with it. They didn't send a tutor. They don't know if I'm deaf. They don't know if I'm, they don't know none of that. You ain't got no thing that I can call. If you can't read, fucker, here's some money to take a reading course to learn and comprehend this letter. You guys go to court. Now, I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. I said about 3, 4, probably 5 minutes ago, I said, y'all some damn dummies. Because now let me tell you the reason why y'all some dummies. What y'all do is y'all go to court and y'all be everything that the courts want you to be. They want you to be a millionaire. They want you to come to court and tell them how much money you make. They want you to tell them how many times you wipe. If you eat potatoes, do you wipe as many times as you eat potatoes? Then you wipe when you eat soup. They want you to, can you comprehend? I'm the dumbest person in the world when you fucking with me. I'm the dumbest person in the world. I was in federal court one time and I had to ask a prosecutor. It was for one of my bankruptcies. I had to ask him, do you know my reading and comprehension level? Yeah, do you? Do you know it? I know you know how to read. You don't know anything about me. But you never answered my question. Do you know my level? I know you know how to read is not a reading level, is it? I mean, help me out. If somebody say, hey, what's your reading level? I would say I'm on a second, third, fourth grade reading level. I know you can read is not a reading level. This is what makes me hell to try to go against. What I'm telling y'all here tonight is ironclad. What I'm telling y'all here tonight is the reason why Atia, LaShawn Bradley don't want to see me in court. What I'm telling y'all here tonight is it's the reason why no judge want to talk to me. I annihilate a judge. I don't lose when I go up against attorneys. It just doesn't. Me losing is impossible because they ain't smarter than me. So I'm not going to go in court and take a letter and say, I can't read. Oh, you don't know how to read? I don't know how to read. And then when they asked me, what they tried to do one time, well, what did you not finish high school? I plead the Fifth Amendment to any further questions about my reading and comprehension level. We can talk, but we ain't talking about that. I told you once. You trying to talk me into telling you how smart I am to check a comprehension level. Are you a school psychiatrist? I mean, after all, when we watch Law and Order, don't they have a specialist in that field about motherfuckers getting hit? Is a judge that? Nope. Is a prosecutor that? Nope. Is a lawyer that? No. Are they teacher gods, whatever they call those people? No, they're not. So they don't got a right to sit down there and become specialists at telling you what you can comprehend and what you know and what you don't know. Sometimes people, when you go to court, a victory is not saying, I got my kid. A victory is simply derailing the bull and derailing it to the point where they say, the next time that dude come in here, remind me. Why, sir? Because I better respect them. That's where I'm at. And I kind of like where I'm at. I like where I'm at. This is why 5 guys go to court and the outcome is all the same. You know why? 5 guys go to court, 5 guys get the dildo up their anal cavity because they're all on the same protocol. They said, I need the brain. They don't know nothing about you. Do they got a video of you reading a letter? Think about this. Do any of y'all listening to me tonight have anywhere on a video where y'all reading? I'm going to read this letter, blah, 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 blah. How do they know you know how to read? I mean, after all, we do have reading levels, don't we? Of course we do. Y'all just didn't look at it like that. Y'all ain't look at it like that. It's okay. Your Savior is here. I have no problem with dealing with anything or anybody when everything is on the up and up and everything is cool. Once the bull crap get navigated in there, trust me, I can bull crap better than you. Tell anybody. Trust me, I'm smarter than you. I'm saying, hey, look, I know my weaknesses and I know my strengths. When it comes to litigation, can't nobody do it better than me. Listen. Let me tell you something. Then I'm gonna boogie on out of here. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Let's see if I can find this thing. I want to show y'all something. I brought this house last year. When I brought this house, I had went 23 years and had not brought a house. But when I brought this house, I decided to do something new. I decided to buy this house and not use an attorney and not use a realtor. When I said that, I had a bunch of people, and I mean a bunch of people, that said, come on, Chris, dog, I know you smart, man, but come on, man. Come on, dog. This is a real estate game. It's different. I said, no, it's not. All right. So I'm going to show y'all. This is a text message that I got from not my realtor, but the realtor of the seller for the house. This is the text. I sent them a text message asking them how much did I had to bring to the closing table. This is what the response that I got. You see that right there? In addition to that, I walked away with a check for $10,900. So then all of a sudden, individuals was like, but the reason for that is, well, I just told y'all, don't nobody know how to litigate better than me. I just told y'all that, didn't I? And I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. But one dude came forward and said, dog, the next time I buy a house, I'm calling you. See you guys in the morning at 9. Good night, y'all.